And we're live. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers, the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards. Shout out to the school teachers. The school teachers. School is back in session. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself, regardless of your profession, what you do for a living, and all these things. If you're up and out to get it on a daily basis and you have the same kind of outlook for others as you do for yourself, the same kind of wishes, then you're a good person. I know some people wish better for themselves and then wish half a good for you. I hope him make it, but I hope him not really make it too far past me, kind of thing, right? Shout out to them. You're a good person. Listen, we have a lot to unpack this morning, so without further delay, let's get right into it. I'm trying to adjust this camera right here so you can see at least some little shirt and something like that. Give me a second. All right, here we go. That's much better. I wish my chair could be higher. Come, I want to show off my shirt. There we are. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. Looking good. All right. Oh boy. No delay. Wanna come talk to me nice now? I did a video. I have the video right here. My title of my video said Sha'Carri Richardson upset Jamaicans by beating Shericka Jackson at Celestia Diamond League 2023. You know, it was my own Jamaicans that came on there. One person said, long time me stop follow you, because I realized you're anti-Jamaican. Another person says, you must have on drugs or something. You need to take some medication and go get some sleep. A next person said, there was some of them that was really disrespectful. Like I had to erase some of them because they went up under my good mother and these things. Some of them called me a sellout. Some of them say, are you American or Jamaican? Because you act like you're American or something like that. Just a bunch of different stuff. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if it's a gift, but I can see things coming. Yeah. I don't know if it's a gift, but I can see things coming. So, when me tell woman say the relationship I got done soon, I can see it coming. All right, let's get back to the topic. When I tell people that this girl is coming to win, it's because I saw it coming, right? Here is my video in case you don't forget. Because yesterday, the Jamaicans went quiet for a minute, and then after they went quiet for a minute, all the other emotions came out after. Me draw them out, I was like, yeah, it's time for y'all to like give the girl her praises, but how about my apologies for the big cussing when I get? This is my video. This is my video on YouTube. This video was posted. This is Diamond League 2023 YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. YouTube tells you when the videos are posted. This video, it says, was posted 1 month ago. All right. So 1 month ago, I told Jamaica this. I said this. All right. All right. So Jamaica. Hey, we got to keep the same energy, man. We have to keep the same energy. I said this before. I said I think that something is brewing and something was hidden from us, okay? But I'll talk about that later. So, USA sprinter takes big scalp in Poland, beating the fastest woman of 2023 a month before the World Athletic Championships gets underway. The World Athletic Championships was yesterday. Let's see what happened yesterday. Not only did Sha'Carri Richardson beat Shelly and Fraser Pryce, she also beat not Elaine. Elaine wasn't in the race. She also beats Shericka Jackson. We have Shelly and Fraser Pryce, Shericka Jackson, and Elaine Thompson-Herah. Those are our 3 sprint queens, okay? Globally and in Jamaica as well. Our 3 sprint queens. So usually people will be like, Yeah, she beat Shericka, but Shericka never go too hard. You can't see it. She did a relax. And I told people, I said, you don't come to the world stage to relax. You're relaxing at some small race. You relax in the heats leading up to the finals where you put out 70% but not 100 because you don't want to tear up yourself. In the 100, you leave it all on the track. And the finals, she beat them. Mad excuses, a lot of excuses. I said, all right. Elaine Thompson-Herah, she's out the picture this year. Her name ain't mentioned anywhere because she hasn't appeared anywhere. She ain't doing too good. So we're left now with Shericka Jackson and Pocket Rocket herself, Shelly and Fraser Pryce. If she had beaten only Shericka Jackson yesterday, everybody would have said, all right, she beat Shericka, but that's because so-and-so wasn't in the race. We would have said that's because Mommy Pocket Rocket wasn't in the race, Shelly and Fraser Pryce. You see how it worked out? Shelly and Fraser Pryce was in the race, and so was Shericka Jackson. And the two of them get beat one time. So the two of them get beat one time. Right. So I told you this about a month ago. So when y'all were cussing
Budapest,
me,
according to
right?
Olympics.com, the fastest woman for the year.
I'll
have to see that drug test first, and then the results of the drug test will determine if Sha'Carri won fair and square, which means they were implying that the only way she could beat Shericka Jackson is if she was on steroids or something. Right? Not saying she is. I'm just saying that's what a comment said.
Right.
Another comment said, well, listen, all the comments were, none of them were favorable. Okay. Right. Another person said, right now, Shericka just playing SouFLoTV, right? She a boost her up. But this is an international race, people. You don't step out on the international stage to underperform. I think what's happening here is Shericka is pacing herself. However, I think that the last person Shericka wants to lose to
at any rate
is Sha'Carri Richardson, just because of the level of rivalry that has been going on between Sha'Carri Richardson and the Jamaican supporters of our track and field stars, women, and held her form months. And at the end of it all, a winner is given winner of the...
All right, listen. Sha'Carri Richardson upset Jamaicans by beating Shericka Jackson in the Celicia Diamond League 2023. You can go watch that for yourself on YouTube. It's SouFLoTV video. And I spoke this before. I saw this coming. I said it was coming. I got cuss out feet. My Jamaican people, them handle me bad. Some of the comments that are on there, you should really go read them because I couldn't erase all of them. And I haven't been back to the video until this morning. So there are 217 comments on here, and some of them are very disrespectful. Some of them cast me out as a Jamaican. Some of them cast me out as a Jamaican. Some of them are downright rude, crude, no, and all that. End of the day, I want people to understand this, right? I'm going to say some real stuff now, so I want you to pay attention to this. If you understand Jamaicans, you will understand that Jamaicans are very competitive by nature. Jamaicans are very, very competitive by nature. And I'm speaking to my American counterparts. I'm speaking globally to everybody that tunes into this channel because it's not only Jamaicans that tune in here. This is the reason why I try to speak in proper English a lot of times so more people can understand what I'm saying, right? And it can reach more ears. No comment, no pictures, says Vicky Victory. Vicky, you're not saying nothing this morning, Vicky. Eh? So listen, if you understand Jamaicans, you will understand they're very competitive. If you understand your history, you will understand that Jamaicans and these African Americans or Black Americans or whatever you want to call them, you're the same people. That part. So the genetics, the blood that runs through your veins, the genetics, you share the same thing. Yeah, you got dropped off in different parts of the world. Yeah, you develop different cultures. You know, we have with patois, we cook with different kind of food and these things. in different way. Them spice for them pot different and they eat different from we do and all these things. They have a different music scene. We have a different music scene. So we have different cultures developed. However, the genetics don't change. So it's the same people. And I've been trying to say this for the longest. If you understand this, you will understand that you getting beat by them is very possible. So this is how competition goes. This is how track and field goes. You win for a while, but you're not going to be able to win all the time, right? Shout out to Shelly and Fraser Pryce. Because Shelly and Fraser Pryce is probably about 38, 37, 38, pushing up 40 now. This is not a big woman sports, if you know what I mean. As you can see, Usain Bolt came, did what he did, and got out the way. Noah Lyles is now running it down along with other young guns who are like 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, those kind of age groups. So Shelly and Fraser Pryce performing at the level that she's performing at still, that is like LeBron James performing at the level he's performing at still in the NBA. It's some supernatural stuff that not too many people can do. You look at Shelly and Fraser Pryce and you take it simple and we say stuff like, yeah man, good Shelly. Yeah man, banana body and these kind of things. What she is doing is virtually impossible to do. Very few people are doing that, right? And winning at the level that she is winning at still. So shout out to Shelly and Fraser Pryce. She took her bronze medal yesterday. And, you know, like a true diplomat and a true stalwart, she bite her medal and she smiled for the camera. And shout out to Shericka Jackson. Shericka Jackson is the young gunner that's coming next, because when Shelly and Fraser Pryce step out of the way and say it's time for retirement, there will be Shericka Jackson there to pick up the mantle for us. Shericka Jackson is young. Shericka Jackson still have better to get. So the rivalry between her is probably going to be between her and Sha'Carri Richardson. As Sha'Carri Richardson continues to develop, Sha'Carri Richardson is very young as well, right? So it's going to be some rotted rivalry to see in the future. And we're not writing off Elaine Thompson-Herah, because Elaine Thompson-Herah herself is young as well, enough to be in this. And we know, to be honest, if Elaine Thompson-Herah was performing and she up to standards and she was 100% fit this year, that would have been her race. Probably would have been her race, but she wasn't there, so we can't count her. And that's how track and field goes. At the end of it all, what I love to see was the end of it, because, you know, this thing went far. This thing went as far as Jamaicans not liking Black Americans anymore, or African Americans anymore, and African Americans turning against Jamaicans and siding with Sha'Carri, because it coming like the Gully Gaza drama between Vybz Kartel and Mavado when the people them did draw aside. The entertainers weren't warring each other physically, but the people in the streets took on a war to themselves. Man start fling big stone after people and run down man with knife and gun and these kind of things, and the arguments got out of control, right? While behind the scenes, they're not fighting each other. It's about competition. It's about fierce competition. It's about a level of competition that the average civilian cannot understand. It's like a combat soldier telling you what goes on in war and you trying to retell that story like you did it. You didn't do it. You didn't jump out of any airplane into no combat zone. You weren't on the ground kicking doors in, taking hostages. You weren't there taking fire and returning fire. You wasn't closing with and destroying the enemy. It just sounds exciting when somebody tell you and you see it on a movie and you could go retell the story. It's the same thing for these ladies, right? So it's a beauty to see them. They're not warring with each other. It's all love. It's all respect. It's all camaraderie. And I love the part where she trolled us right back, right? After she do our little interview, she said, Jamaica, wagwan. You know, she was like, cause remember one time she did lose that time there. and she come in dead last, and they were trying to do her may I laugh because we have a picture here where I know it must be a Jamaican cameraman took this picture, but we'll get to that later. When she completed her interview, and remember how the girls them did a walk past her and they were laughing, and the whole how we took it and turned it in a meme, and we were laughing too. That's how it goes, and you have to be ready to get laughed at. You got to be ready to be trolled. You got to be ready to come back stronger and faster and say, okay, talk now. What? What? I just beat you. Talk now. Okay, see you in Budapest. All right, Ninja. All right, B. See you in Budapest. That's what it is. Budapest come round, you run them down again. This time, I ran track and field. I ran track and field for many years. So the mindset I can tell you about in track and field. When we are run right on the track, you talk to yourself and you're chatting a beer patwa. You talk about watch a boy, watch how me catch him on the corner. Your blood clot, hold this you, hold this, hold this. Hold me now, no. I bet your car clot catch me before finish line. Hooray! And it's a mindset, and you have to be all into that mindset. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, with all that said, and we're trying to explain all that to people, big up to Sha'Carri Richardson. Thank you for being strong. Thank you for coming back and representing, because she could have fallen by the wayside. To be honest with you, she said she don't really believe in that people like that or trust people like that no more, because she's seen the world turn against her. And it's true. She's seen the world turn against her. And we all saw it. We all saw it. We all saw people write her off, people clowned her. But remember my story. Remember what I told you. I told you that Nike is building a storyline. Nike wants to present Sha'Carri Richardson like a book, like a novel, like a movie. So they can also do the documentary, The Rise of Sha'Carri Richardson, and that time when she ran. And I told y'all from the beginning, when she first qualified to go to the Olympics and then didn't make it because of the ganja something, I said there is no way in the world that somebody can run that time and only run that time once and can't run it again. Can't repeat it again under any circumstances. She's coming back. Everybody was like, no, because she depend on other drugs. And the ganja them use mask the other drugs. So she prefer get catch with the ganja than get catch with the steroids and blah, blah. They kept making up all other kinds of excuses when she was going through human stuff. She was going through human stuff. She had recently lost her biological mother, right? She was wrapped up in the arms of her grandmother. She had a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. We know now about her relationship with the Jamaican hurdler female who we also covered. I'm wondering now, where is she at? The Jamaican hurdler female who Sha'Carri was a yamhead for and was madly in love with and got abused or allegedly. Let me put out me allegedly because I wasn't there. Allegedly. And she came and told her own story, the Jamaican sprinter. That Jamaican sprinter, I can't remember her name right now. She's a hurdler. Can't remember her name right now, but I wish she gets back into track and field and get back into her zone as well, because I can actually see her competing at a high level and winning gold medals at the international level as well. But yeah, them relationship that I broke up, you know it go already when your head not too right because your personal life is not right. You're experiencing death in the family. The person who you're intimate with is not really into you, so to speak, or your thing a fall apart and whole heap of drama behind the scenes. It's hard to train, focus, go out, accomplish repeatedly while dealing with all that. So she was only being human all along. And then she put herself at a place where she was able to drown out all the noise. She said she didn't want to do too much talking this year. She just wanted to let her work on the track speak for itself. I think she listened to Usain Bolt, because Bolt said all the show off stuff and the showing stuff and that's okay, and it's like sportsmanship and entertainment for the sport, but You have to do the work. You have to do the work. And since she was doing, now I'm saying, since she was doing all that showmanship and showing off, and the work wasn't backing it up, people were clowning her because you can't brag and you're not winning. You brag when you win. But she was bragging and not winning, and it didn't look good. And I think somebody pulled her in and said, "Come on, let's go. Zero out all that. Focus. Let's get to it. Let's get to that weight room. Let's get to the track. Let's get to the methods. Let's get back to the root of this and let's do it." And she did. We can't say nothing. We just got to big her up. Not true? But big up to all of them anyways. Because they are all, and it's a cliche thing to say, but they're all black. Yeah. I don't know if y'all saw the race where it was a mixed relay, and I believe it's the runner from Holland that ran all the way close to the finish line, and then she face planted. She dropped right at the finish line, and then the American female ran past her, and they took the gold. Not only did they take the gold, I think they broke the record as well. You know, I don't think she tripped per se. I think she realized that she was about to lose, and instead of taking the silver, because her team was probably going to be like, "Cause this how we are behind the scenes." They're gonna be like, "Look on the good lead what me give you, brother." Yo, me not here to you, but me not talk to you again till tomorrow, brother. Yo, so it gets very intense. Okay, nobody thinks that when you're up on a team and you go and me give you a good handoff, a good lead, and you lose that lead and lose the whole race, that we're gonna be behind the scenes talking about, "Yeah, we got silver." Yeah, nah, your whole team is mad at you. So I think she devised a plan, and she was like, "She coming? She coming? Rotted, she right next to me. Oh, she about to pass me." Yeah, she just and she just dive. And she dive. I think she was gonna dive, cross the finish line, and she fell short of, of the finish line. And she didn't make it. But you know, sometimes it's better to dive than to go take that beating behind there from your team, because your team don't want silver. Not if you're a gold team, you don't want a silver. Shelly and Fraser Pryce don't want no bronze. She don't want no silver either. Elaine Thompson-Herah don't want no silver. She don't want no bronze either. Shericka Jackson don't want no silver. They don't want no bronze either. They're just being politically correct and diplomatic, and they're being, you know, good sportsmen. So you take it and you smile for the camera. It doesn't mean that that's what you wanted. If you're a true competitor, if you are one of those that are driven to greatness, you don't want no second and third place. You want first all the time. So big up to each and every one of them, because obviously we can't have first all the time. It's going to be first. Somebody has to take second and somebody has to take third, right? Our foot shot like dinner. Wait, Marvin the Point Jamaica Curse says our foot shot like dinner. We're Jamaicans. We want gold. We want gold every time. We're super, super competitive, right? And it's just in our blood. It's in our nature. But don't forget, those African Americans are your brothers and sisters, and the same blood that runs through them runs through us. Our politics and all other kind of stuff separate them, man. But they're the same people. So every time it's going to be a showdown on that track. I'm proud of the conversation they were having. Cause Shelly cover up her mouth like this when she talk, right? But the mic, you could still hear. And she was saying to Sha'Carri, she says, "You know, Long American will get a medal." She's talking about this race. "You know, Long American will get a medal." And Sha'Carri looked at her and said, "Because of you." You know what I'm saying? It's because of you why how long we haven't gotten a medal. In other words, she tried to tell her, say, we honor your greatness. We respect your greatness. When we train thinking about you. Your coach is telling you, "Come on now, you got to get this right. You're going to be out there on that track tomorrow, and you're not with people who we don't know. You're going out there with the great Shelly and Fraser Pryce. If you're not on your A game, you're going to get smoked. You better do this correctly. You bet pressure, I know." So Shelly and well, especially Shelly and Fraser Pryce, she's been pressuring them rotted for years, right? And we have to give her flowers while she's alive too. She's already gotten her flowers. If you haven't been to Jamaica, you should take a trip. If you haven't been to Jamaica in a long time, you're overdue for a trip. But when you take your trip, I want you to go up to the National Stadium and I want you to look at the statues. I want you to look at the size of the statue because she is honored. When I was there and I stood under that statue, I was there the last time I was there for Buju Banton's homecoming as Buju and Friends concert. Big, huge event, right? And I stood at the foot of that statue and just some great feeling of, wow, this is what it means to be honored in your own land. Yeah, other people overseas can honor you and, oh, it's the great Shelly and Fraser Pryce and everything. But if your people don't see you, trust me, it does something to you, right? So to be honored in your own land. And when I stood at that stadium and I saw that statue and the size of it, I was like, yo, yeah, Shelly, yeah. I mean, she earned it, man. She earned it. Elaine Thompson-Herah might get a statue out there someday. We don't know. Shericka Jackson might get a statue out there someday. We don't know. Usain Bolt has his statue out there as well. So big up to all of them for that. I like that thought point because you say Shelly training to beat one of the greatest. Yes, the Buffalo sold the rest. When they train, they don't. It's just like my boys play football. Remember, I ran track and field from as far as I could remember till way up. My boys play football now. And I could tell you that when they practice, they not only practice on the field, they have a day when they go into a classroom and they watch videos of the teams that they're about to play. And they pick out people and they're like, okay, you see number 23? Number 23 is a damn problem. We're going to need you and you to be on him at all times. It's the same way they plan and strategize for Shelly, for Elaine, for Shericka, for you to be that much of a pressure. I remember, I know, we're one little island in the Caribbean, you know. We're one little tiny island in the Caribbean, you know. America is, me actually, I was just talking, me and Sha'Carri did talk about this recently. We're one little tiny island in the Caribbean. You could fit multiple Jamaicas into one of these states in the U.S. And the U.S. have 50 states to show you how little we are. And we've been a problem, a thorn in their side, something for them to not be able to, them couldn't brush we off. They couldn't brush us off. They couldn't ignore us. We were the problem. They had to pay attention. Not only pay attention, they had to plan and strategize and train hard and send out the best. And for one little tiny island in the Caribbean, yeah, because what? We little but with Talawa. Yeah, that part. See shirt there now. I had to put my shirt on this morning. But that's what it means for us people. See there? Little but with Talawa. For true. Because that's what we are. Right? No mind the size. Another size. Watch how we coming. Watch how we coming. Rash Jada is in the building this morning. Rash Jada, big up yourself. How you doing? All right. Enough of the sports thing. Let me pull my book. We got some other stuff to talk about this morning. See, nobody now call, nobody now say nothing about the race. I guess y'all accepted it. And somehow knowing the two-face like, what? Y'all were being mad disrespectful too. Not only to me, but to the girl. You never hear me disrespect her because I know how track and field is. It's today for you, tomorrow for me. And if that person is training hard, you never know what could happen when you hit that track. And that's what I was trying to tell people from the beginning. So I wasn't trying to be anti-Jamaican. I'm never anti-Jamaican, but don't expect me to be anti-American either, because I can't be, right? So I like a flag here because it actually really represents my dynamics for true. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, family. How you doing?
Look good.
You're good. You're good.
No hard feelings. No hard feelings. Listen to me. Once in a decade or after decade, somebody's gonna come and sweep Jamaica half the foot. It doesn't matter what. We are great. The greatest in the world.
Right.
I think that on the map, we are recognized. We are feared. We are fearless.
We are revered. Everybody. We are feared. Exactly. And we are fearless. I like how you said that. Yes. Absolutely.
Everybody look at us. We are a threat to the world, like, oh, that country that is a threat to peace in the world now. No, and that's just it.
So them can't ignore we never.
We cannot
Yeah.
be ignored.
Yeah, they can't ignore it all.
Ignore.
Not only that, man, we make them shake when them talk about it too, you know. The Jamaicans are coming. Yeah.
But look here.
Yeah.
You are my eyes, as to say, bring information because I can't always be on everything I want.
Yeah.
You called it. And when you're playing back that video this morning, I laugh. I said, I remember. And look here. I love how you can analyze things, see things coming. And I was picturing it too. Because when you brought that race forward, and I'm all right, Tracy brought that race too. We said, bone ticking again, shirt.
Yeah.
What is this that will happen? But look here. You saw it coming.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, you can in your family, you picture things going to happen. Because you see building up. You understand me? So that's just part of it.
Yep. So, absolutely.
My hats off to Sha'Carri. After that, Fast-Carri.
Fast-Carri.
Fast-Carri. No,
she earned it. No, a Fast-Carri. No,
she earned it. I'm not here. Come on, that's it. But listen to me now. Whenever they want to put and zoom in and we are at war now. Miss say United States, me and you, Jamaican, United States, we are at war, we are at the battlefield. I mean, say it's not on the end.
Because you know Jamaicans ain't relenting. Jamaicans are not relenting, not true. No, we gone back to the drawing board. No.
Okay, man. The drawing board in a long time. Because let's beat or respect to what here when they talk about the regular girls and with the old youth team something. They sort of having function, but those people, you have some people who you can't ignore. Just like when people put the on suspension one time when they disagree with you. Yes. But I mean, my hats off to her.
Manners and respect.
Good sportsmanship, Ellen Fraser. I love you.
Yes.
But Jackson, she's from the parish of the greatest hero in the world, Marcus Matega, and Bob Marley, the world famous known. Shericka, want to take it to the world.
Shericka.
Take it.
All right. You stick
so
it.
That's my prediction.
All right.
You
all right.
Remember when you say, I can't remember her name, and I mean, you know, make her name left your mouth.
Yeah, when I couldn't remember her name. Yeah, all right. Yeah. So watch Vicky. Vicky said she come back and she left and come back and the topic still not change. Vicky bias, you see. But Vicky, what I'm saying, don't kill me. Don't kill me because I'm bias same way. Here one. We don't like losing. We don't like losing at all. So of course we are going in our feelings. And we have said Jamaica, especially when you hard line Jamaica and then we lose, it kind of it hurts, right? But we have to give credit where credit is due. And yeah, she win. And that is what it is, right? We still medaled, we take a silver and a bronze, and it's all good. And maybe, but check it out. I want you to think about this. I'm going to switch topics right now, but I want you to think about this. If Elaine Thompson-Herah, this is me outside the box. If Elaine Thompson-Herah was there in top form, who would not have medaled? Let me see if you're thinking. If Elaine Thompson-Herah was there in top form, who would not have medaled? All right. Anyhow, moving right along with the topics because time does not stand still. All right. Going on from my footnotes. We watched something yesterday about Gully Bop. Somebody linked me also yesterday and said, SouFLo, and y'all don't know what Amari was talking about Gully Bop. First of all, somebody said Gully Bop died yesterday. And I said, I'm not running that headline because I don't know. And the person said, I think this video that you're watching with Auntie Donna is late because he passed away yesterday. I said, I'm not putting that information out there saying passed away for sure until I am absolutely sure I'm not calling down death on the man, and I don't think he passed away either, because there would have been more big of a row about it, like Star, Gleaner, Loop, all of them entities there would have carried it already, right? We're wishing healing for Gully Bop. We're wishing him all the best. But speaking of the pastor, you remember when Amari said, get for find out, say, a Gully Bop, Obia man, and you can't trick me, and all these things. Well, there's a video out. Now, that same pastor there and Auntie Donna in her things. And me want you to hear how the man style up Auntie Donna. Now, I want you to tell me if this is words of a pastor. Right? But I have so much to say, but before I say it, I want you to hear this man talk. But before we listen to him talk, let me just say this in 1 minute or less. The people who said Shuana Chin was crying because she had looked publicity or something like that, I want you to understand something, right? All of us are grown and we've been in relationships where that didn't work out and we moved on. Think back on your experience of the relationships you've been through. Some of them break your heart. Some of them cheat on you, give you bun till you couldn't take bun no more. Dry sauce of bun with no cheese, no milk. You did just over there choke. You had to get out of there. Someone was in a relationship where the man literally was choking you with him hand, kick you in your heart, beat you up. You had to run for your life. All this. That was your experience, right? Her experience with Gully Bop was a whirlwind. 99% of us will never and have never experienced a whirlwind with somebody. I'm talking about you being the most famous person in your country. Whirlwind. I'm talking about media houses running after you in the streets. I'm talking about everywhere you went. People come out of buildings and everything to see you, and I walk back at you and want you to sign something, and I sing your song. That's the kind of bust that Gully Bop got, right? When he was with Shuana Chin. And both of them were out there enjoying it. And along with that overnight fame came money. So you have the money now, and the money is coming in crazy, and you have the fame and the appearances and the this and the that. So she have a completely different attachment. Those neurons in her brain is completely different than ours. We just remember, oh, Gully Bop and him get him boss and him lose it. That's it. For her, she was in the middle of it. So our mind, I got quantify the thing very much differently from how we did it. So I don't want people beating her down too bad and talking about, oh, because you're there, try look for fame and yeah, try get a 5 minute or something. No, I'm studying how she laid out her story. There's a longer video out there. The piece you saw yesterday, which I thought was the whole video, is not the whole video. There's a video out there that's about 20-30 minutes long where she really went into a lot of stuff. A part of the stuff she went into, which I don't know how to take it, is that there was actually really no relationship between her and Gully Bop. Yeah. It was all a facade. It was all acting. It was all... But she was like, but you know, in a Jamaica, once you're there with a man, once a female is around a man, she and him do something, and this, that, and the other. I don't know. I saw the tongues exchange one time. Even I was like, oh, whoo, she brave. But I mean, if it was all for acting, we watch our favorite actors tongue kiss people all the time in them favorite show, the sex scenes and all these things. I guess they took it all the way there. But according to her claims, that's what it was all about. But they were in a good friendship, but it wasn't in no relationship. Me no business about any of that. Me just say her crying could be very real because the levels that she experienced in that relationship, me don't know the dynamics of their relationship and all that. We talked about Gully Bop again this morning because we don't want people to forget him. But now I want you to hear what this pastor had to say. Now remember, you know, this is a pastor, you know, that is talking, and he's talking about Donna, and this video was put up 1 day ago. Here it goes. Listen up.
The next one now, what they call name, man? Auntie Donna.
See him, pastor?
Sure. If I start talking, I'm like me, but as I'm saying, I'm here for likes, right? No, me there here now, because you know the Lord blessed me with a piece of property. So I build a church and thing. So me I build up a business and the church and things. So I say, all right then. I'm not gonna start building church with a big building. I'm gonna start with a tarpaulin, a tent.
Chaparlin.
Right? And keep a crusade and stuff like that. Because we will cast out demon out of people now and set people free from people who blind can't see and all these things. Because I have a lot of prophet, a lot of prophetess who look up to me. If you start this thing. So later on I said, because she was step on my phone, and I said she come on the phone live and I go in the bathroom and call her and say, it's Dana. I'm going to yard 2 times and meet her a couple times.
Stop.
Dana is nobody importance. I'm going to tell her this. She's no important than the lady that's selling at the market. You get me? Dana is no important than the lady that's selling the market or the lady that's doing any normal job on the street. Dana is not a celebrity. She's not special. To me, she's just a regular person like anybody else. Honestly.
Me consider myself a regular person like everybody else. I'm not special. I'm just like the person who's selling at the market. I consider myself like that too. When people meet me out the road and they're like, yo, SouFLo. Some people are like, yo, me get the autograph. Some people want to take a picture with me. I always be like, they see me eye them big out. I'm like, God, it's weird to me, right? So I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say anything. Maybe that's how he's thinking. Keep listening. Remember, I know. Pastor, this attack, you know. Keep listening.
Right? So, I go a place 2 times, right? And bring the proposal to her about the book and some publicity and thing. But I realized Dana is into business. And everybody around her is a money grabber. I go her yard twice. And I observe them. Because I remember this spirit is right here now. You're looking at spirit right here. You're looking at spirit. You mean I like how I talk? Because I'm not speaking in the British English and I'm not putting them in the right way. And I'm the.
It don't make no sense me show you him because this is how he is on the video. Okay. I just him eye alone. See there? It's just his eye alone that's on the video. So it's not like he's being animated and I need you to see it or anything. It's just in one eye that the video I play.
Just speaking as I feel, and I may sound disrespectful to you, so you may start criticizing me already, but that's okay if you choose to do that, right?
Listen.
So, this woman now, when I call her on the phone now, I said, well, you know, I'm rising up at church.
I'm rising up
not
at church.
A regular church, a different kind of church to heal people, the healing church. And right now I'm starting the property, I'm cleaning it up and everything. I just need a tarpaulin. And I'm not talking the tarpaulin for $1,000. So this tarpaulin is 40 by 40. The big, huge tarpaulin. Maybe it's like over $10,000 for those tarpaulin. Or
every time him say tarpaulin, I want to fight him. But that is neither here nor there. Keep going.
Above little. I'm not sure.
Tarpaulin.
Okay? So I was asking if anybody on the live would like to get this blessing and bless me with this tarpaulin. Because I don't just need tarpaulin, I need a lot more stuff. But I just figured that I must get the tarpaulin off from the head. The rest, the rest I could have deal with it, you know what I'm saying? So Dana say, I'm gonna break the story because Dana say when she just started her charity, the Lord God of Jesus, the Lord God of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, tell her, Dana, not to help into no church project.
Okay.
No church project she must not assist. The God of Israel tell Dana not to assist into no church project. That simply means that God is fighting against his own kingdom to tell someone not to build any church. Right? So right there, I know that Dana wasn't right from a long time, but she convinced me more that she's full of demon. Because wish God gonna tell her not to build church, not to assist in any church. Wish God gonna tell not to assist in his house.
Let me see if some Jamaican souls right now. because them believe, a lot of them still believe that church means God. Some of the most ungodly stuff that's happening right now is coming through the churches. That whole idea about the church being the sanctuary and the church being the house of God and all that gone long time. Most of them church pastor here nowadays are choppers, okay? It's just a legal means to launder up some money, to raise a capital, to live a nice lifestyle. Let's be honest. So, if a woman say she got to start up her charity and she pray about it, and to her, God said, stay away from them church here. Don't get involved in any of these church projects. How is that ungodly? And when since are you qualified to tell somebody else, say, God never tell you so, but me I go tell you what God would have said. You know, see, I see confusion in that. I see demonic kind of behaviors in that. Me see a big con artist in that. Right. You can't tell me what God tell me, say. You can't validate what I'm telling you that was told to me by God. Right? If me tell us that me going to my fasting and praying and this is when my revelation, you can't come tell me about God never tell you nothing so. God would have never said that. That means that God a fight against himself. But then you see him one turn around now and telling me, say, God tell me this. You are telling me what God tell you. And me supposed to say, yes, Pastor. Now me believe that because God only speak to you. Yeah, man. Yo, somehow we need to wake up for our sleep on some and stop make them blind people here lead way. Because we done blind already. And then them blind people are come lead way. It's just blind leading blind. And the whole of we marching right over the precipice. All right? So yeah, Jamaican people, be aware of these wolves in sheep clothing. Long time the warning go out still. But we need to keep the warning strong. Anyways, keep going. Listen.
This is his house now.
By his word you shall know him.
Moreover, he is the one that is instructing me to do what I am doing. Mm-hmm. So if that was even the case, our heart would automatically would have to change back. God would have to change back our heart to this project. We shall know that God didn't tell Dana nothing. Is the God of this world tell Dana that? Dana say I'm a false prophet.
You are.
Dana say I need to go correct myself and go back to God.
You need to.
Then feel like say everybody come on their platform, they can talk down to them like them are children. Big fat Dana. She need 10 people to lift up some fat them to help be that. Think, is it God?
By their words you shall know them. You see how, let me tell y'all something, right? Sometimes you just fall back and you just give people room to speak. And don't ever forget, by their words you shall know them. Just fall back and give them room to speak and listen. You see how all along you might try to portray this righteous person, I find peace of land, and I'm trying to build a church, a place of healing, not no regular church, a different kind of church. There are prophets and prophetesses out there waiting on me to resurrect this construction. I need some tarpaulin or whatever I'm calling it, tarpaulin. Him need tarpaulin, wherever I'm doing that, somebody want to fight him for the word. But anyway, him that they talk all that righteous talk, right? And God would have never told Donna such thing because that would mean God is fighting against his own kingdom. And then, boom, the devil just drop in on him. When I say the devil, I mean an evil spirit just drop in on him. Because anytime you start class people in a certain kind of way, there's nothing godly about it. There's nothing godly about it. And if you claim to be a godly person, you have to flex like a godly person. You have to show that God is coming from within you. You know what I'm saying? That means you're doing godly things and you're speaking and moving in a godly manner. Nothing godly about this. Listen to him now. He might talk all that good talk, you know. Watch how you are exposed and how you expose yourself. Watch this.
Even the case, our heart would automatically would have to change back. God would have to change back our heart to this project. We shall know that God didn't tell Dana nothing. Is the God of this world tell Dana that? Dana say I'm a false prophet.
Yeah.
Dana say I need to go correct myself and go back to God. Them feel like say everybody come on their platform, they can talk down to them like them are children. Big fat Dana. She need 10 people to lift up some fat them to help be that. Because as soon as she be that one, she smells sour again. Because she sour and smell be a demon.
Pastor. Holier than thou art, right? By their words you shall know them. Yeah. So while you're there trying to profess that you are so holy, watch how God work. God said, I'm going to use you, yourself, to let the world see that you're a joke. And you are a false prophet. And this ain't no God move that you're on. So don't worry about people spreading rumors on you. I'm going to use you to expose you. And that just happened, you know? Me say, me have to laugh at higher meds people. That's what just happened. God said, me I go use you to expose you. Dana answer him already. Me not follow them up. So I don't know and I don't care what Dana want answer him and say, because me not going to do the back and forth thing either. But for the fact that he was the point of contact for monies to go to Gully Bop, that's the reason why me take on this, right? Me no business about them back and forth. Them can't go quarrel, because like I told y'all before, I reached out to Donna to try to do some charity work in Jamaica. She ignored me. She never respond. Somebody feel some kind of way about it. But I've moved on. I don't really business about that. I'm talking about, and I still don't have anything bad to say about her. I just said, oh, well, she ignored me. And I was going to tell my audience, the group of people that I reach out to, and them ignore me. And I don't know why, but people have their reasons why they ignore you. You know what I mean? I know some of them have ignored me because them have certain type of friends that I speak out against from time to time. So them probably go around the friend and the friend say, yeah, man, me know that boy there. Yeah, don't play him no man, in a big dirty boy, I'm chat too much. Blah, blah, blah. So when me I reach back to them now, their initial, yo, so tough, so flow, big up yourself and everything leads to a no reply. That's cool. That's cool. I wasn't meant to be everybody's cup of tea. I wasn't meant to be everybody's friend. One thing I'm meant to be is genuine. And that's that. So, and about me. But him, God does make sure say him expose himself just now. So again, by their words you shall know them. But it was funny to witness
God have to change back. God would have to change back our heart to this project. We shall know that God didn't tell Dana nothing. Is it God of this world tell Dana that?
Because you
Dana
know.
say I'm a false prophet. Dana say I need to go correct myself and go back to God. They feel like say everybody come on their platform, they can talk down to them like they're my children. Big fat Dana. She need 10 people to lift up some fat them to help be that. Because as soon as she be that one, she smells sour again. Because she sour and smell be a demon perspiration and come out there. And she full of demon. She's sour and full of demon. Yeah. I don't look friendly. I'm real. And I'm not gonna kiss anything. I'm not gonna touch anything. Yes, I'm real. And I'm not gonna disrespect anyone. I've been nice to Dana. Dana is the last one that violated me on social media. Yes, and this girl now named Paula. She's in the army in America. Yes. She come on her live, which a lot of them look chicken egg, come on her live talking that kind of stuff. She blocked me on her live and disrespect me because I'm not even there. They're not even that, it's not that they're trying and they're not getting there. Their heart is not there. They are just not real. They are just a fake servant, just trying to serve themselves some donuts and some pizza. You know, sometimes people go to the caller, Auntie Dana, why baby not no feed? You know, sometimes, you know, to develop people in the poverty, sometimes when some issue reach some people, you know, come at them and go mad out, you know, and then
Angel D says, don't give him any more time on your platform, SouFLo. Well, you know what, Angel D? I'm going to take your advice on that. I'm not give him no more time on my platform. I'm just trying to show y'all. I hate to do this. You know, when the video come out with she have Gully Bop on the phone, and he was in the car, and she had to use her phone, and she said, "See that Pastor carry him come." When that happened, right? Right when the phone, so people may are telling you, if you trust discernment, right when the phone swing round like this and the phone hit him, immediately my spirit went like that. If me can't explain how my spirit did feel. Now, me not say me are no prophet. I'm not claiming to be no holy man. I'm not saying anything about myself. Me's a regular person, and I see myself as a regular person, but I can feel things, and I can sense things. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I sensed that before all this happened. So my concern immediately when I first saw it, I said, if the money I got to the man here, Gully Bop now and get a penny from it. So whatever little help, I gotta try give Gully Bop. Better find somewhere else to get it to him, because I'm gonna go get to him through this person. That's exactly what I felt. But I didn't want to say it. Because I didn't want to say it, and then people like, Jesus Christ, so you're so judgmental. The man I try look like a help, because you know how we stay already, right? Right. We'll curse and tear down somebody, just like when I said, watch out for Sha'Carri Richardson. She's coming, and it's gonna be hell to pay at the friggin' world championships, and she might just win it because blah blah blah. Or move on, go, you're anti-Jamaican. That's why I stopped watching a long time, That's why I stopped watching a long time. I knew there was something about you. You always never have nothing good to say about Jamaica. Blah, blah, blah. These are the comments in the comment section, right? And you see what happened yesterday. And the same people are over there. Congratulations, Sha'Carri. Big up yourself. And me, I say, yo. So you're not going to say, SouFlo, you were right. You're not going to say my apologies because me did send you up under your good mother. Me did call you anti-Jamaican and all that. You're not going to say none of that, right? Right. It wasn't a lucky guess. It was what I saw coming. Just like how when the camera flipped around upon the brother, I just couldn't pinpoint what it was. And then I woke up to this. So by their words, you shall know them. If you know any pastor that's qualified to talk like this and still be pastor and some holy man and a healer and all these things, then maybe I'm tuned into the wrong thing, frequency. But anyhow, moving right along, there's a big debate going on out there. We're going to change the topic now. I got that unsettled feeling about that man too. Full exposure, Yvonne Wallace says. Yes. Grace Tennant says, amen. Audrey Wright says, that him did a hope. Him change up him strategy, forget Donna for help him by using Gully Bop. My God, man, that's exactly what I felt like when I saw him. And I said to myself, Gully, Bop now get none of this. Wherever help is going to go, they better find some other way to get it to him. God no. Pastor Church is in serious trouble now. Them a guffy him shortly, watch. Yes, Vicky Victor, my head raised. Remember when them used to say that? My head raised. I'll hear them for me and turn up. And them used to say something else. I don't know, my spirit just get cross. That's Jamaicans for you. I just don't like that boy there, I don't know why. Why you not like him? After him not do you nothing. Him do you something? No, him not do me nothing. So why you not like him? Why me not know, my spirit just can't take him. I don't know. And I didn't want to be that person who is just like, oh, me not like him because my spirit just can't take him, so me never say nothing. See that now? Anyhow, moving right along. There's a debate going on out there, right? About Haitian food versus Jamaican food. Of course, I'm on a platform where there are a lot of Jamaicans on here, or a lot of Caribbean people who are closely connected to Jamaica as well. Let's talk about this. I see the Jamaican versus Bahamian food going on debate. It's taking over online now. And I be a cussing a go on. One girl did a video and she said, Jesus Christ, I thought Bahamian people could cuss, but I don't want no Jamaican cussing me. Cause boy, when they cuss you, and I did they laughing on me, I say, yeah, cause that's what I tell like don't really trace with no Jamaican, because if them get into it, they're like Olympians at tracing. Yeah, and them can say some very hurtful things, right? So the whole debate now, scratch the Bahamian thing. Let's get to the Haitian versus Jamaican food. Before we do that, let me say this. I was watching a video one day, and it was a Bahamian video. See? And I'm not gonna lie, shout out to my Bahamian people. As a Jamaican, I was jealous as hell. I was. I was jealous as hell. And here's the reason why I was jealous. It was a video from a food show of a very popular person who has millions of views on YouTube. I mean, not views, he has billions of views, but he has millions of subscribers to his channel. Very popular food guy. And he traveled the world doing food, right? And he stopped in Jamaica before. Big up to Food Boss in Jamaica. He stopped in Jamaica before, but he stopped in the Bahamas after. And I was kind of jealous, seeing how they put their food together and the opulence of it all. And me see a seafood tray, and me that said to myself, say, how come I couldn't get to a seafood tray like that when me there at Jamaica? Come I go Jamaica and I go look for seafood, And I ended up having to resort to getting the best seafood when I came back to the US, when I came back to Florida. Because we have a place here in Florida, around which part me live, that for them seafood. Matter of fact, I think I'm going for one of those today. I'll treat myself. Them kind of expensive. So every time I get pay or something like that, I treat myself every other month or something like that. But anyhow, so Bahamians are out the way. You know have a little something going with the food and thing, economy set up different. Them spend US money for the larger part. Their economy is on the up and up. A whole heap of money in the Bahamas that's circulating to the people. I don't like Jamaica. There's a whole heap of money in Jamaica, but it's not circulating to the people. So I'm not gonna really go in and nothing with the Bahamas. I'm just gonna say, without being biased, I don't really know your menu like that to have this debate. But let's talk about Haitian versus Jamaican. And we're not going to only talk about Haitian versus Jamaican about food. We'll talk about Haitian versus Jamaican about culture, because I saw Walshifier. You know Walshifier? I saw Walshifier do a documentary piece, or they put it into a documentary piece where he was talking about back in the day, growing up in South Florida, what the Haitians went through. And I thought that was very interesting because he's a Jamaican. He's a Jamaican, and he wasn't talking about what the Jamaicans went through. Now, not to be biased or anything, you could have very well spoke about what the Haitians went through and then ended it with the Jamaicans were going through the same thing too, but he didn't. So I had a sense of, let me hop on what's trending, right? So let me hop on what's trending. So yeah, man, the Haitians, they put it down in South Florida, man. They've been through a lot. I remember back in the day, blah, blah, blah. You could have simply said that the Jamaicans been going through the same thing too. So me, I gotta do that today because I'm from that era. But let's talk about the food first. So the big debate is Haitian food is the best food in the Caribbean. Haitian food is the best food in the Caribbean. So my question is this. Haitian food is the best food in the Caribbean. This is spoken by some people outside of the Caribbean. I've been to many countries across the world, and I've never heard. Every country I've been to across the world, I've found a Jamaican restaurant because there is a demand for Jamaican food. I have never heard somebody say, yo, let's go get some Haitian food today. Now, we just did a video. Me, Shakira, and the kids did a video eating Jamaican Haitian food for the first time. That's the same icon I use for this morning's video. If you look on the front of it, but you can find the video on YouTube. I think that video is pushing up almost 100,000 views right now. And shout out to my Haitians who get on there and said, manners and respect for actually indulging in our cuisine and for leaving, that kind of a comment. Come never eat the food and go, Lord God, this not taste good. How people fi eat this? Jamaican something way better than this. That wasn't the feeling. When I ate the Haitian food, it pretty much it felt similar to Jamaican food, right? It felt similar to Jamaican food. Audrey Wright says, my mom's neighbor for over 40 years is Bahamian, and she always wants my mom's cooking. Also, I have Haitian friends, and they're always asking me to cook something for them. You see what I'm saying? And I've never heard anybody say, let's go to a Haitian restaurant tonight, or let's call and order some Haitian takeout, or let's go get some Haitian food today. I've never heard anybody say that. But I've always heard people say, yo, you know a good Jamaican restaurant around here? Or, man, I need some Jamaican food. Or come, let's go to a Jamaican restaurant for dinner. Or it's always Jamaican food trending. So if Haitian food is the best food in the Caribbean, the rest of the world must not be on notice, because I don't hear them crying for it like how they cry for Jamaican food. Nothing against my Haitian brothers and sisters, so don't take it personal. I know some of you are going to be like, blah, 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 and all aggressive and stuff. It's okay. Don't take it personal. I know I'm not coming from a place of bias, because if your food, if what I have eaten from you was better than my Jamaican food, I would have said that. What I ate from the Haitians was really, really good, though. And I was like, damn, somebody couldn't tell me earlier. Said, SouFLo, go get some Haitian food because it's really good. That's what I said. Somebody could have tell me, say Haitian food did that good. I probably would have been eating it long time ago. I was new to it. And there was a debate online about Haitians versus Jamaicans. And I said, you know what? We need to squash this and we need to stop this foolishness. What we need to do is, as Caribbean people, we need to dive into each other's culture, right? So we can understand each other more and we can have a better appreciation for each other. So if I'm over here talking about, yo, I can't stand Trinidadian because them not like Jamaican, blah, blah, blah. All right, if you want to be one of those people that push that negative narrative, I've never met a Trini that hated Jamaicans. And I've met a lot of Trinidadians. Matter of fact, I told y'all this before. In the UK, it was some Trinis that saved me, right? Took me up under their wings, saved me, gave me a way to make a living while I was there. And I came back to the US and I went to New York and it was Trinis again. Vernon is here. Union between Bedford and Franklin Ave. That's like my mentor. I learned so much from this dude. Trini again, right? So this whole narrative about Trinidadian don't like Jamaican and all this, dive into their culture. Any one of you Caribbean people who feel like another Caribbean island have something against your island and you have something against them, we have to be the bigger people to start to kill this kind of narrative, because outside sources, they're watching, and then they use the whole divide and conquer stuff to break us down, to break us apart, to keep us warring and fighting with each other while they cut in and get to the real prize. You understand what I'm saying to you? That might go over a lot of people's head, but read between the lines, Panda Wande. So if you don't like Barbadian or Bajan people, dive into some cuckoo and flying fish and somewhere else them have going on. You don't like Haitian people, dive in for them cuisine. You don't like Trini people, dive in for them cuisine. I don't know if you want it bull pistol and manicu and all these things, but dive into their culture as well. We're just one big melting pot of the same people. Yeah. Now, to watch the fire, talking about, oh, the Haitians had it bad. I remember back in the day in the 90s, growing up in South Florida, man, the Haitians was under. Oh, Manicool. Banches says Manicool. Yeah, I always used to say Vernon. If Vernon ever said this, he's probably laughing right now. And if you're ever in New York, stop by Union between Bedford and Franklin Ave. Vernon is here. It's a beauty barbershop, beauty salon. He's a cornerstone in the community and has been there for quite a long time, right? Them eat possum and Manicool and all these things, but Manicool is like a rat looking something. Me never want none. And I still see it today and still don't want none. But these are things that they indulge in as part of their culture. And you know, the funny thing is, today I probably would eat it. just to see what it's like. I'll give you a fun fact. I've been living in Florida for a long time, pretty much my whole life. More years than I've been outside of Florida. And me used to always see people eating gator. And they're like, you never had gator? You gotta try some of this gator meat. I'm like, gator as in like alligator? Like crocodile, alligator, that's what you eating? They're like, yeah, it's good eating. I said, hell no, I'm not eating no gator. Why people eat that? I kid you not. I'm in Texas, right? On a job contract. I just said to myself, say, you know what, SouFLo, it's time to expand, spread your wings, fly, learn new stuff, get your taste buds accustomed to some new cuisine, all these things. That's the beauty about life and living and learning different cultures and tasting different foods and all these cuisines and whatnot. So we went to this restaurant called Papados, and on the menu it said fried gator. I said, okay, fried gator and shoestring fries. I ordered the fried gator. Can I tell you that today gator is one of my favorite meat? Yeah, me. Alligator is one of my favorite meat. So the things that we like, ew, oh my God, me not eat none of them food. Them eat that. Trust me, man. If you just open your mind and go into it, you'll be all right. I was in Germany and we were at a Caribbean festival in Germany, and my African American, Black American homies were with me. So I'm hanging out trying to get some Jamaican food. He said, "What's that?" I said, "This curry goat." He was like, "Goat? Y'all be eating the goat. Y'all be eating the." I said, "Yeah, and it tastes real good too." He said, "What's that?" I said, "That's the oxtail." This man had never eaten goat or oxtail or none of that before. You know what he said? He said, "Order me a couple of plates, right, of different ones, but don't tell me what it is. Just let me eat them first. Because you over here killing it like it's really good." I mean, I'm over there, you're going oxtail good, soft and tender, season right and thing on me, a lick finger and gravy and everything. And he's witnessing it and he's like, "Damn, you tearing that up. I'm gonna try it." I say, "You did the best thing. You opened your mind." And the part where he said, "Don't tell me what it is, just share me a couple of plates." So I made him a plate of oxtail, make him one little plate of curry goat, and I forgot what else. It was like 3 plates I made him. Yo, the brother there, box of the oxtail, I asked for more oxtail before him start eat anything else. So more oxtail. Box of the curry goat, I start asking for more curry goat again. Give him some more. Put it this way, long story short, the man eat till him probably couldn't move, friend. And then asked me after to tell him what each one was. He said, "This one right here, this is my favorite." I said, "That's the man. That's the that's the goat, bro." He said, "God damn, why you ain't tell me that curry goat was this good, man, from a long time? We've been hanging out for a minute." I said, "I didn't know you didn't like it." So just open your mind. You know what I mean? No. Angel D says that's a sin. I feel him choice. I hear him say, "Don't tell him till him done eat it." I would have told him. I would have said, "Hey, this is the curry goat that you don't like, so you might want to go be cautious with it." He probably wouldn't have eaten it. That's why I'm telling him, said, "Don't tell him till him done eat it." But if you watch how him, because I got him the little sampler plate them, if you watch how the man demolish it like him, the wall, yam the fork and spoon and the styrofoam, I was like, damn. Yeah. And my mom had a restaurant back here in the US at the time. And he's PCSing. He's leaving Germany to be stationed in the US. And when he came stateside, he stayed coming to my mother's restaurant. And I didn't send him there. It just so happened that he has family in the town where my mom had the restaurant at. And now I'm all the way in Germany, and this brother tell me about, yo, I found this Jamaican restaurant out here in blah, blah, blah in the city. Man, that oxtail bussin', that curry goat bussin'. I said, what's the name of the restaurant? And he said my mom's restaurant name. I say, is a red lady, a red Jamaican lady that's in there? He said, yeah. I said, you know that's my mom, right? He was like, get the I said, yes, it is. Ask her. So my mother know. Me, I talked to my mother on the phone, and she was like, this guy came in here with his mouth full of gold teeth. Him always come in, and him come in so often, and him always asking for blah, blah. I said, yeah. So you see? All right. Now, as far as the Haitian versus Jamaican goes, and people thinking that the struggle. Now let's talk about the struggle. As far as people thinking that the struggle was different, it wasn't. It wasn't. Some of us had to run because they would punch us in our face while we were walking for no reason, right? Somebody put it up earlier. Them used to call with coconut. Them used to call with banana boat. Them used to tell us, get back on your banana boat. They used to, and the one that used to get me was they didn't even take the time to differentiate Haitian versus or Haitian Jamaican and see which one you are. I remember one day somebody said to me something about your Haitian ass. And I said, I'm not Haitian, I'm Jamaican. Oh, they said, go back on your banana boat. Take your ass back to Haiti with your Haitian ass. And I said, I'm not Haitian, I'm Jamaican. Them time my accent real thick, you know, because I'm little, you know, I'm young, you know. I'm Jamaican, I'm not Haitian. The person said, I don't give a y'all the same anyways. You see, I edit myself because I don't want to give too many curse words. I don't give a fuck. Y'all the same shit anyways. That's how I grew up, right? So it came to a point where we had to fight. Now, while she was over there talking about how the Haitians started forming Pound and Pound locked down South Florida, I was around then. And I can tell you for sure, it went from Haitians being, this is to speak of the Haitians' greatness as well, but not to exclude ours. I can tell you, because we were struggling people and we had to make our mark here. Nowadays, everybody want to be Haitian or everybody want to be Jamaican, or it's cool to imitate Jamaican accent, or you want a Jamaican girl, or you want a Jamaican baby daddy, or you want a Haitian baby, or you Haitian something we zoned up and all this. All the rappers are doing it now and everything. It wasn't cool back then to be Haitian or Jamaican. Okay? The Pound, when the Pound was being formed and started becoming to prominence in South Florida, it was a time of fear because they came out and struck fear in everybody. And if you touch one Haitian, after that, the Haitians organized quickly. And to this day, the Haitian community is more organized than the Jamaican community, and I'll give them that. To this day, they are feared. If you touch one of them, you're gonna meet about 100 of them after school, right? And that's how they were. They're the ones that made us fear the gun that we call the chopper, the AK-47. They're the ones that made us fear that. But around the same time, the Shower Posse and more locally to us was a crew that was called the Mach 11 crew. If I say Mach 11 crew, you should know what that entails, what the trade tool was, right? So we had to like up the violence. So Shower Posse was known for showering. That means that them man they never aim. If they knew that their rival was inside of somewhere, and this is true to God's story, I can tell you, my cousin one night, she was in the army at the time. She's my older cousin. She went out. She came to visit us. She went out to a party that night with her and another cousin, my cousin Richard. They went to the party. Richard got shot in his back, got paralyzed from the waist down, had to learn how to walk again. Debbie came home, her clothes drenched in blood, running to the house at like must have 4 o'clock in the morning or something like that because them shoot up the place. So what they used to do was If they found out you were in that party and you them come for, they're not coming in there to look for you and talk about where him and him brethren them there. They would just put it in there and just turn it on for everybody. Shower the place with bullet. Shower posse. Mach 11 crew. You already know what that means, right? And then the Haitians, Zopound. So we had to up the violence in order to be respected. And then people started to fear us. We used to be the joke, right? Somebody said what year that was. This was in the time of In Living Color. I could more go by things that were happening then. In Living Color. Remember In Living Color with the Wayans? With, you know, a lot of stars came out of it. It was in the 90s. A lot of stars came out of In Living Color, by the way, just to put that on the side. Jennifer Lopez came out of In Living Color. She was a backup dancer in Living Color. Go back and look. All the Wayans became famous. I don't know. Shout out to the oldest Wayans because he put his whole family on. Jamie Foxx came out of In Living Color. Remember when he used to do that character there? He was the first person actually I've seen on TV. Now they talk about black men have to be effeminate and wear the dress. Remember Jamie Foxx did it in Living Color with that character that had with the big cross eye and the wave on. I forgot what the name of the character was. Somebody here might remember it. This is real life stuff. So back in that damn time there, we were the butt of the joke, right? Yeah, them used to run the Haitian them, and you smelly. They used to tell the Haitians they smell, call them smelly. And to be honest with you, it was probably because we were going through poverty and stuff like that. A lot of us, our parents didn't have much, and we were trying to make it in a place where it's better than where we are come from kind of thing, but we still never have much. So being around my Haitians at school, them used to smell for true. No disrespect. They used to smell for true. They used to smell probably because just like the Middle Easterners, they didn't believe in like putting on deodorant and stuff. Wanda was the name of the character. Thank you, Sean Cassell. But they used to smell. So we were known for, you know, them used to class we as stinky and smelly and nasty and all these other kind of things. So then it became a part where Jamaicans didn't want to be called Haitians because the Haitians were being crucified. And you didn't want to be called the friggin' people that were being crucified. And on the other side, Haitians didn't want to be called Jamaicans because they saw their Jamaican counterparts being crucified as well. Then it became, let's stick with our own. Let's form our own alliances with our own, and let's fight for our own. And you know, just like how we started out this morning, we didn't come to play. So anywhere we put our foot down and anywhere we say, yeah, this is where we're going to be at, guess what? This is where we're going to be at. Yeah, blood, sweat, and tears, this is where we're going to be at. And if you know history, you know you're not running no Jamaican out of no place. You ain't running no Haitians out of no place either. So the whole story about how the Haitians were persecuted in South Florida, and it was terrible for them, and it was terrible just the same for us as Jamaicans as well. So don't separate the struggle and start to, Jamaicans versus Haitians, because that's what take us back to that mentality of division, Jamaicans versus Haitians again. We don't need to be versus each other, nothing. Not unless it's in sports. Not unless we're competing against each other and we are saying, yeah, go Jamaica, go, we're going to beat the Haitian them. And when the Haitian them win, we say, yeah, at least a Haitian win anyway. So still Caribbean and we still laugh anyway, right? That's the only kind of rivalry we need. We don't need no us hating each other, us fighting each other. We're the same damn people. We went through the same struggles here to be recognized, to be respected, and you be damned if we not respected today. Right. So with that part, big up to each and every one of y'all. Hey, yo, Wayne Brady just came out carrying notice talking about his some go look it up. Go, me not gonna even say it because we're gonna be on for another hour talking about that. Big up on yourself. Manners and respect to each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. Remember, it's one Caribbean. It's the same damn people. Ain't no division. And the only time we doing division is in competition. And then we back to loving and being the same people again. to include our African-American brothers and sisters. That way. I'll catch y'all tomorrow, man, right here on Morning Thoughts of God Spare My Life. I'm out. Peace.